Hello everybody, DK here, and the newest episode of Chucky came out a couple days ago, so we are now going to, of course, review the previous episode of Chucky, which was episode 5, and the most recent episode, episode 6. So, this will be the second to last one, because we only have 2 more episodes left until the end of the series, and just like every previous episode, once again, these 2 episodes I thought were absolutely outstanding. I loved everything about both of these episodes. We're going to start off with episode 5, which is, honestly, maybe my favorite of the 2. I don't know, I think this might be an unpopular opinion, but I really loved this episode. I thought this one was fantastic. It wasn't absolutely perfect though. There was actually one issue with this episode that I will get into, but overall, I absolutely loved episode 5. This is the first time we get to see Fiona Dorff come back in this series, and she is now a staple character of the series for what's left of it anyway. And I thought she absolutely killed it. I thought Fiona Dorff was the absolute standout of episode 5. I thought she was just phenomenal. She did a really great job in portraying both Chucky and Nika, because it's gonna be like the way it works is because of the end of Cult of Chucky. You know, Chucky takes Nika's body. But the way it works, it seems like it's gonna be like a Toko Fukawa type deal from Danganronpa, where she's gonna be 2 like personalities, and one is like the calm and chill person, and then the other one is a fucking mass serial killer. So yeah, it seems like it's gonna be that kind of thing, which is kind of cool. So they're gonna be like snapping back and forth, which I do kind of like. Although from episode 6, it looks like Tiffany's not gonna have any of it. So we'll talk about that when we get to episode 6, though. But I like that idea, and I really think Fiona Dorff absolutely killed it. I loved her to death in Curse of Chucky. I thought she was the best part of Cult of Chucky, and I think she is easily like living up to all the hype everybody had for her in this series. It really was fantastic. And of course, they bring back Tiffany as well, played by Jennifer Tilly, which is so wonderful. I love Jennifer Tilly and I love Tiffany, and it's so great to see her back here again, because she is easily a fan favorite character of the series. And yeah, I think they did a great job. But I will say one thing that I actually don't care for all that much in this episode, which I guess does kind of bleed in to episode 6 as well, is in the flashbacks of this, and you probably know what I'm about to get at here. In the flashbacks of this, they dub over the 2 actors. The actors are not Brad Dourif and Jennifer Tilly, but I will say, Brad Dourif, I mean, what's his name? Charles Lee Ray. Charles Lee Ray is actually played by Fiona Dorff in the flashbacks, which is pretty awesome. Actually, that was pretty awesome. When I found that out, I was like, that is a absolutely awesome thing. And once again, she absolutely killed it. So yeah, but that's not the issue. It's not the actors I have an issue with. It's the dubbing over. They dubbed the voices of Chucky and Tiffany over the actors, and I'm just like, that's a little distracting, honestly, especially the one with especially Tiffany's, because that voice does not match that face. I hear that voice and I think of Jennifer Tilly. I don't think of that chick. And honestly, I don't think the actress does a horrible job, but she doesn't really look all that much like Tiffany either. Like, Fiona Dorff, as dressed up as Charles Lee Ray, he looks like Chucky from the first movie, when he's in the first scene of Child's Play 1988, was it 1988, I believe? In the first scene, when he's like when he's actually human before he goes into the doll. So I think they did a really good job in that department. But Tiffany, I don't know, she seems a little bit of a downgrade from Chucky, but still not bad. I still think the actor's good. And they did kind of do a fun thing with it, with the whole thing where you're introduced to one character who you're sure is Tiffany, and then it turns out to be a different girl later on. So that was kind of fun as well. You know, the whole thing with like you think he has Tiffany there, and they get this one girl, they take her back, they're gonna kill her, and then she's like, do it. She's like, do it. She's like super, I don't know, she's weird, dude. And Chucky's like, you know, I like you, and then they kill the other chick, and that turns out to be Tiffany. Fun little twist there. I dug it. So yeah, that's pretty cool. So basically, we have all of the legacy characters back, and we also get Alex Vincent and I forget the actress's name, but Kyle from Child's Play 2. We have all the legacy characters back except for Glenn. So hopefully we're gonna see Glenn by the end of the show as well. That would be really, really cool. But yeah, getting back into episode 5, because I'm not ready to move on to episode 6 yet. There's still some stuff I want to praise from episode 5. The ending I thought was absolutely a huge cliffhanger, and I really, really loved it. The whole thing with the principal, how they're kind of doing how the mayor's up there and like telling them like everything's gonna be okay, and then the fucking head just gets thrown out from behind the curtain, and then the curtain opens up and you just see the headless principal there. That was so damn awesome. Although I will say, I feel like they should have done more with that in episode 6. They just kind of go along with it. And I will tell you right now, if that had happened, there would not have been just like a chill go about your life afterwards, man. That town would have been like full of that town would have been like deserted. Everybody would have fucking left. But you know, it's a TV show, so yeah. If I had seen that, I would have been like, nope, see it, we're moving, let's go. So yeah, but I did really love that part at the end. And then I had something in mind that I've totally forgotten about. Oh yeah, the scene where the group, you know, Lexi, Devin, and Jake, the scene where they all gang up on Chucky. He's in the trash can, or they think he's in the trash can because the father puts him in the trash can. The scene when they like get him out of there and then they just start kicking the fucking shit out of him and you just hear the voice box going off. That was such an awesome scene, and once again, I will reiterate again that I am really invested in the redemption of Lexi. I actually think they're really doing a great job, and honestly, I think they've pulled it off. I really do. I actually like Lexi as a character now, which I cannot believe I just said that, but it's the combination of the actress who I did recognize. She's actually a pretty big name. I forget, Olivia Allen Lid, I believe. I might have gotten that wrong. I think it's spelled like not like Olivia with an O. It's spelled with an A. But I think it's like Olivia or something like that. But she is fantastic. She is fantastic, and she's been in a lot of shit. Like, I looked into her finally. She's been in a lot of shit. She's been in a lot of very big movies. She played a very young character in a lot of really big movies. Check her out if you're interested. But I think she's really doing a great job with the character, and I honestly really like where they're going with her in episode 5 and in episode 6. I really do like it. It's great, man. But yeah, episode 5 I thought was really fun. It's a nice continuation of the story, but episode 6 is where shit starts to come to a head. This is like, we're entering the end game of the Chucky series right now. There's only 2 more episodes after this, and we are definitely entering the end game of the Chucky series, because we're gonna move on to episode 6 now. I think I've talked about just about everything I want to talk about with episode 5. I think I got it all over there. Oh, actually, you know what? One more thing about episode 5. I'm gonna lose some stripes here with people. I actually did not catch on to the fact that Chucky had put his soul in the Tommy doll. I thought the Tommy doll was Chucky as well, because, you know, Cult of Chucky, they established that Chucky is basically like a Horcrux, and he has his soul into multiple dolls. There's multiple Chucky dolls now, which comes into play in episode 6 as well. But I thought that Tommy was just another Chucky doll. I didn't think that Chucky had put his soul into that doll. I just thought he was already a Chucky doll by the time he gets there. Because Lexi checks him, but I mean, come on, all she does is smack him on the ground a couple times and punch him and shit. Catherine Hicks does that in the first movie, and it takes her a long ass time. She has to threaten to throw him in the fire before he comes out. So yeah, I don't feel like I wasn't really convinced when Lexi was like, nah, he's good, I checked him. Yeah, I wasn't really convinced when they said that, but they did get me with that. I feel like I'm probably gonna lose a couple strikes with people that twist actually got me, because yeah, I just thought the Tommy doll was a Chucky doll indefinitely, and I thought they had actually killed that Chucky, the Chucky that's been terrorizing them the whole show, the one that was all melted down now in the trash can. I thought they had actually taken that one out, but Tommy was another Chucky doll, like going off of the plot from Cult of Chucky. But yeah, you know, we had the ending that we did. Now, that is everything I want to talk about in episode 5. Let's go ahead and move on to episode 6, because this, once again, is the beginning of the end game of the Chucky series. This shit was... Whoa, dude, man, everything falls apart in this episode. You get these huge characters that had a huge thing. Oh, there's also the reveal of what's his name? Junior's mom, Bree, I think. There's the reveal that her secret was that she's super sick with cancer. So, yeah, that was a bomb right there. That was pretty sad. But in this episode, they just kill her. Chucky just pushes her out a fucking window. And same with Devin's mom as well, who's been a huge character for the whole series, and I was actually pretty invested in her. I thought she was a very good detective and cop character. She also was just killed in this episode. So yeah, to be honest though, I don't know how I feel about that one, because I thought there was going to be more with Devin's mom, because... So, in episode 6, they arrest the teacher, what's her name, Mrs. Fairchild, I think. They arrest the teacher because they think that she is the killer. She thinks that, Devin's mom thinks that she's the killer. But I had a theory the whole time up until Devin's mom died at the end. I had a theory that Devin's mom was actually not convinced at all that it was Mrs. Fairchild, and she was still completely convinced that it was Jake. So I thought what was going to happen was she was going to put her under arrest and she was going to force Jake out of it. But clearly that's not what's going to happen here, because, yeah, she's gone. Unless, I don't know, maybe they'll bring her back, you know, maybe they'll do an Officer Hawkins like from Halloween Kills, where they totally killed him in Halloween 2018, but magically he's still alive in Halloween Kills. So I don't know, maybe they'll do that, because I really think it made no sense at all to convict the teacher of the killings, and I really thought Devin's mom was way too smart for that, and I thought she was going to use that to bring Jake out and eventually lead to the reveal of Chucky. So I don't know. I feel like that maybe even would have been a better way, because I don't know, Devin's mom just felt like very like thrown out, honestly. But once again, you know, there could be the thing where she's not actually dead. She might actually still be alive by in the beginning of episode 7. So there's that as well. But yeah, and other things with this episode, what other things? Obviously, the return of Andy Barclay and Kyle from the first 2 Child's Play movies. This was such an awesome opening scene when they come in, and they're basically like Chucky hunters now. They're hunting down every single one of the Chucky dolls because they want to take him out. They want to get rid of him indefinitely. Although, honestly, I'm starting to think that's impossible, because he's come back so many times from something that should 100% have never been able to come back from. So I don't even know why they're bothering themselves, because no matter what, he's always gonna fucking come back. But it is pretty cool. They're playing these like Chucky hunters. They go into like these houses, and they're like posing as politic people. What is it? Census, I think. I don't know. They go into houses. They ask them questions, and Andy is like trying to like lead them on to know if there's any, you know, if Chucky is there. And then when it turns out that Chucky is there, they like Pulp Fiction style execute him, like a gun to the head, and then they just gun the fucker down. It was really great. Love that opening scene. And it's really great to see Kyle back. Kyle was a character we only got in one movie. Granted, it's one of the best movies of the franchise, but still, she was a great character in that movie, and it's really cool to see her back. She is not a character I expected to come back in this show at all. I know they teased her at the end of Cult of Chucky, but honestly, I honestly wasn't really sure if they were going to bring her into this show, but I'm so glad they did, because that's a fun character to bring back in here, because I'm sure not a lot of people even remember who that is, because, you know, I don't know, Kyle, she doesn't even really look all that similar to what she did, you know, because, you know, growing up and whatnot. But I don't know, she's a character that I don't feel like a lot of Chucky fans are really gonna remember all that much, even though she was a great character. I'm not trying to take that away, but I don't know, she just feels like not like the standout character of this franchise, but a fun character to bring back in there. I hope what I'm saying is making sense. So yeah, I love that whole thing, and obviously we get the continuation with Tiffany and Fiona Dorff, and there's a scene in here when Fiona Dorff has actually regained her body once again, and she's trying to convince Tiffany that it's still Chucky, but yeah, she does not get anywhere with that. Tiffany figures that shit out real quick. So yeah, I'm wondering what's gonna happen with Nika, because she gets a doll. Obviously, you can see that the package she gets in the mail is a doll, so I'm thinking they're gonna have Nika put Chucky's soul back in the doll, and then they're gonna kill Nika. I think that's what's gonna happen, although, I mean, I don't know if Chucky really wants to go back to being a doll. I mean, I know there's the whole Seed of Chucky scene, which I fucking love, you know. I am Chucky, the killer doll, and I dig it! I love that scene so much. Seed of Chucky is so underrated. Seriously, it's so underrated. But yeah, I don't know, maybe Chucky does want to go back in a doll. Maybe he doesn't like being human. Maybe he doesn't like being Fiona Dorff. Hey, whatever, you know? And if that's what they go with, that's what they go with. I do love that scene in Seed of Chucky, so yeah, but yeah, I think that's just about everything I wanted to talk about with these 2 episodes. I thought both of these episodes were 10 out of 10. I thought both of these episodes were absolutely phenomenal. I have loved every single one of the episodes of this show. At the end, once this show is all wrapped up, I might do a ranking of every single one of the episodes, but it's gonna be very difficult, because I honestly don't think there's a single episode of this show I wouldn't give a 10 out of 10. I think every single one of them is so fucking phenomenal. I love this show so much. I am genuinely in love with this show. I cannot stress that enough. I think this might even beat a couple of the Chucky movies for me, honestly. It is so damn good. And if you have not jumped on board with it yet, if you're watching along with these videos and you haven't watched the Chucky show, dude, go watch this show. It is fantastic. Don Mancini is putting so much love and work into this show. All the actors involved are doing such a great job. Zachary Arthur as Jake is absolutely fantastic, although he did take a bit of a sideline in these most recent episodes. He's still a good character. I still really like Jake, but he did take a bit of a backseat in these 2 episodes. We really focus more on the legacy characters in these 2 episodes. So yeah, but overall, once again, 2 absolute smash hit episodes, and I cannot wait to see what happens with the finale, with the final 2 episodes of this. It looks like I think what's gonna happen, my predictions, what's gonna happen is Junior's gonna figure it out, and then it's gonna be those 4 against Chucky, and hopefully that's gonna be like that's gonna be how it takes out. But there's also, you know, there's Nika and Tiffany and the whole thing with Kyle and Andy. So I don't know, that maybe they'll be teaming up as well. I don't know. I think it's gonna be fucking awesome though. That's all I do know. So thank you all so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Leave all your thoughts in the comment section down below on these 2 most recent episodes of Chucky. Yes, leave all your comments, leave all your thoughts and opinions in the comment section down below. And with that being said, this is DK Guillotine, signing out.